Howdy, y'all. Cowboy Gamer here, and you're listening to the second episode of the Portable Gaming Podcast. Right there, that would be where my amazing intro song would go, but, well, I don't really have one, so we're just going to leave it kind of blank here. However, if I get a few more subscribers going, I do have someone in the works that's going to create me a good intro song that I can start adding to my videos, but I'm not willing to pay out the money yet until I get a few more supporters and some people commenting like stuff like that on YouTube and elsewhere. For those of you that don't know or just this is their first time listening, like the name implies, this podcast will focus on portable games. Topics will be on Nintendo's 3DS and 2DS, Sony's Vita/PSP, and yes, PSP is still releasing games. I think between January and March of this year, I think there were like 6 PSP games created, mostly in Japan, but still, for a console that hasn't been created for a while, they're still making games and releasing games. And then the rest of this will be on iOS and Android smart devices, tablets, stuff like that. And I figure I'm going to try something new this week. I'm going to break up this podcast into segments by topic and by group. And why am I doing that? Well, because there's actually people that care about this podcast and have requested that I do so because they don't want to listen to one long YouTube the whole time that's an hour long. They want to listen to chunks based on, or just listen to some of them based on topics they actually might care about. And yes, it's only one person that said that, but one person does care. Again, it is just me today. I'm still putting requests out there. I found a couple of people still have some love for some of the devices I care about, but there's just not a lot of support on portable gaming, so there's not a lot of people that have a knowledge base and that want to be on a very unknown podcast channel, unfortunately. Not a lot of people that just want to put their foot in there and see what happens. But let's get right down to it. We will start off, as always, with what games I am playing, and if I ever get a co-host, what games they're playing. Not many games this time, and it's going to be a little out of order for my normal setup, but games I've been focusing on right now are, and again, I do play other devices. I play my Wii U, I play my PS3, I do that, but since this is a portable gaming podcast, I'm going to just focus and tell you the games that I'm playing on my portable systems. First off, and I know this has been around for a long time, but I was playing Super Mario Bros. 3 on my 3DS, and I beat it finally. And yes, you guys can all call me a noob, yell at me in the comments, whatever you want to do. This game has been out for a long time, and I've always gotten to World 8, I've gotten right close to the end, and I always get hung up on one of the levels where it's just kind of a maze, and there's all those different doors you go through, and that spits you at a different place. I get stuck there every time, and I was stuck there actually for a while, up until last week. I sat down, and I got just riled at work, and the guy just couldn't believe that I hadn't beaten Super Mario Bros. 3, and we were discussing it, and so I just sat down and was like, I'm going to figure this one out, and I'm just going to keep playing until I beat the game. And to be honest, I was slightly disappointed in the ending. The end boss Bowser, obviously, but the ending's just, it's an ending I've seen before, and wasn't really that thrilled. I kind of got there and I beat it, and I, like, right before the ending of the game, I kind of expected there'd be, like, phase 2 of the final boss fight. So, not super happy there, but again, it's Super Mario Bros. 3, it's a classic. I'm just glad that I finally can say I've beaten it. Again, been playing a lot of Majora's Mask. That game is insane, and I said it before last time, but I don't really know how many people could beat this game and get every mask and every single heart and everything without the strategy guide. I mean, seriously, people have to get a mask, go to every single spot in the map, go to every person at every time during the 3 days, put the mask on, and just wait and see how people interact with a different mask on. I mean, that's got to be one of the only ways. I mean, doing that would turn this game into like 200, 300 hour game easy to figure out all this without the guide. So I'm happy I own the guide, but at the same time, I feel the guide cheapens the experience, so I'm trying as much as possible to minimize my usage of it. Another game I'm still working on, mostly because it's, well, we'll be done with the Nintendo, but on smart devices, I'm still playing Star Wars Commander on my my Android phone. It's a free-to-play game and pay as you go if you want to speed up things. But I'm getting really close. I'm into the last chapter and a half of the game. But the biggest problem is that I have to play against other people. And sometimes those other people are just way more. They've played the game longer. They have a better town layout or base layout, so they can defend your attacks. And to be honest, unless you find a person that's about as weak as you are, you're not going to break that base or do it well enough to get the star you need to go on to the next level. So that's kind of where I'm having problems. Also, without paying the money, the game just slowly takes longer and longer to do each single step. One of the upgrades I need takes 4 days to upgrade one of my components to my base, my HQ. And until that's upgraded, I can't upgrade any of the rest of my buildings. So I'm just sitting here waiting, because I'm not paying money for this. There's no way. I'm not paying money for a free game. I don't care how long it takes. If I have to play this game for another month or so, I will still be playing it to beat it. But in that note, the game's just taking longer and longer. That's almost about it. I'm hoping to have a few more games coming out. I'm debating, and again, for those of you that are hardcore gamers, you're going to think that for how much I love my portable games, you're going to say, why don't you have a PlayStation Plus account or subscription? And I've just never really thought about doing that. They've never been that good. It gives you discounts on games. It gives you some free games every month, but the free games just haven't been that great. To be honest, back near the beginning of the year, the games were a lot better. And now the Vita it's just running off of indie games, and there just really isn't that much nice stuff that Sony can just keep being like, hey, this month you get these games. And I mean, yes, I have a PS3, and I'm hoping to get a PS4 someday, but if I get this subscription, I really want to get a good use out of it. And right now, there just isn't that much. However, I'll probably be a little late on this since I'm recording this now, and just a couple hours ago, the PlayStation Plus games for June, and this is a couple days before June, were just released. No one's really got that much news up on it, but since I'm going to be editing this recording, you guys will probably get this and be like, they released the June games 4 days ago. What took you so long? Sorry, video or audio editing does take some time. At least splitting up this will take me a little bit. But hopefully, if I do get the PlayStation Plus subscription for June, I'll have a couple more free games to start playing each month, and this will give you a little more variety and just weirdness. Plus, for those of you that already have the PlayStation Plus subscription and are playing these same games, it'll give us a little more to relate to. And on comes the game that has, in recent weeks, ruined my life. every shred of time that I have had free has been devoted to it. And yeah, that's easily 40 to 50 hours these last few weeks. And I already am running 50 to 60 hours of work a week, so not much time left. On that note, I have been giving up a couple hours of sleep every few nights to play this, so this game has got me completely hooked. And most of you, as soon as I say it, are going to be like, finally getting with the times? Like, this happened years ago. What took you so long? But that game is Minecraft on the Vita. Personally, it just came out on the Vita not that long ago, so to be honest, it's not super new. It's been on computer, it's been on PlayStation devices, Xbox, stuff like that, but I never saw the enjoyment as someone watched on computer. It's a lot faster, a lot better interface and everything, but I haven't really been that interested in it. However, if you guys pay attention to IGN and stuff, Kind of Funnies and used to work for IGN, Greg Miller, Game Over Greggy, and Brian Altano used to do an IGN Minecraft, and there's still a YouTube channel up, and you can watch some of their videos. But just watching them, they were complete idiots on learning the game from scratch, figuring out what to do, and that was really fun. I went back and watched those over the last few weeks, and I've just been going through every single episode. Kind of Funny released Minecraft of just Greg Miller playing the Minecraft, and it was really weird and really out there and just kind of hilarious. But I knew this game's been out there a long time. People have been watching and playing it a lot. It gets tons of hits on Twitch and stuff. And I finally decided I want to see what this game is all about. It's super simple, not a graphical huge horse, but I wanted to be like, I'm going to give it a try, and if it lets me down, it lets me down. But I thought about it for a while, and I said, I'm going to get this game, and I want to do one thing in this game, and I'm going to show up a bunch of pictures and be like, this is what I created, and I'm super proud of it. Now, in this video, I'm not going to put anything up yet. I've got a few more topics in this podcast, so hopefully if you're watching this on YouTube, maybe not this episode, but maybe next episode, I will focus a lot more on just Minecraft, and I will have most of my stuff done, and I will have all the pictures saved, and I will just flood the entire YouTube podcast with all my pictures explaining why I came to this conclusion, to do this, and just kind of like the trophies I've been working on, stuff like that with Minecraft on the Vita. So that's what I've been playing for the last couple of weeks, and probably what I'll be playing other than Super Mario Bros. 3. I'll probably be playing these same 3 games for quite a while longer, up until E3 easily. And I'll probably hopefully be putting out the next podcast right after E3, after all the news hits, and there's plenty to talk about.